What's up, everybody? The Crap Gamer here, the most compelling game-related YouTuber, and you damn well know it. Also the king of all gaming-related media, and you do that as well. Back with another video. Thanks for taking time to check it out. I have my partner in crime, my Robin Quivers, if you will, Mooch. What's up, Mooch?
What's good, everybody? Good to be back with Crap, back from vacation.
Hell yeah. This is something that I actually wanted to cover. Phil Spencer came out, and he had said that, he found the quote-unquote console wars, distasteful. He came out against it. He seems like a good guy, a good-hearted guy. A lot of people messaged me after that, like, oh, Phil Spencer hates you. How do you feel? What does it feel like to know that Phil Spencer, your god, quote-unquote, hates you and your people and all this kind of stuff? And my whole thought to that was that these idiot fanboys, the PS4 fanboys, the extremists, are taking his words way out of context. Phil is probably thrilled to have people that love the product. I'm not the fanboy. We're not the fanboys that refuse to buy the other product or that threaten other people or voice actors for games that aren't on our platform of choice. We're not doing any of this extremist shit. We're not photoshopping people. You know what I mean? We're not doing videos and leaving people's Twitter handles in the description so that they get alerted every time. We're not cyberbullying. We're not doing any of this stuff, right? We're passionate about a product and we talk about a product. And Phil has gone on, he told Tim Dog, that it wasn't about us, it's not about people like us, it's about the extremists. And I guess I wanted kind of your take on this whole situation.
Well, I mean, I'm going to agree with you, but I have a different reason for agreeing with you. I said it on BGST, and I just put a video out, and I basically said the same thing. Right now, Microsoft and Sony, they know what's going on, and they're okay with it. There's no issue actually what's going on with what they're calling the quote-unquote console war. My first issue is they have to stop asking Phil Spencer all of these really nitpicking questions on the ground floor level. He's an executive. Nobody asks Yoshida, nobody asks Reggie what they think of the console war, and it's just as bad, if not worse, on that side. Because those are, like you said, the people that are doing all these just immoral type of deeds to our faces, our Twitter handles, etc. Just doing things that are just downright disgusting. And this is the stuff that Phil was talking about.
Yes.
But the problem is, because Sony and Nintendo didn't take a stand with him, it makes it look like Phil's only commenting towards his own brand or his own people. And like you said, we're not doing that. All we're doing is actually legitimately standing up for a brand that we think is just superior. Now, that's our opinion, and nobody can take that away from us. But the reason that you get all this backlash that we keep hearing about is because it was the Xbox boss that came out and said that. That's my take on it. And listen, the consoles are making hand over fist this generation. We're between 30 and 50% every month above what they were doing year over year. This is not due to the fact that Sony's doing a commercial or Microsoft's doing this or Sony's got a Taco Bell deal. This is because we talk about it day in and day out, and we do have these discussions and debates, and all that is free advertising for the big companies.
It is, and you know what's funny is they're probably laughing all the way to the bank. And I saw your latest Mooch's, growing up gaming, and I thought it was an interesting point that, Sony were the first ones to fire off the shots with that whole how to share video, you know what I mean? Here's how you share, you know what I mean? Like being real schmarmy and kind of assholes about it. And Microsoft has been very classy, and I like their classy approach. I wouldn't mind them taking a few shots because the competition is really good for everybody. I like how Sony having a product that's selling so well makes Microsoft try even harder because, let's face it, Microsoft is really outclassing Sony in every department right now with the Xbox One. Games, services, prices, features, updates, all this stuff is much better on Xbox One right now, and that's in part due to the PS4 doing so well. And what gets so mixed up so often these days is that people think because the PS4 is doing so well that must mean the Xbox One is doing poorly, and that's not the case at all. The Xbox One has been up pretty much every single month. Year over year, you know what I mean? So I think that people are forgetting that the Xbox One's doing well, the PS4 is doing well. There's more than enough room for both of these to coexist and do very well. And, Phil Spencer, a lot of people just, and they'll make these things out of it. He does a little Twitter thing and people make a story out of it, He says that the console war is distasteful, and it is, man. The stuff where people are, like, taking my picture and putting on a beheading or doing the gay porn stuff or any of that stuff, or using my picture, Next Gen's picture of his daughter. That's the despicable shit. You know what I mean? That's the stuff that he's talking about. Not somebody saying, "Hey, Xbox One's great. I love the Xbox One," because he said his job isn't to try to get people to stop buying the competition. His job is to make people proud of being Xbox One owners, and I get that because I own every console this generation, and by far I'm proudest of the Xbox One. It's the one I use the most. I feel like there's a certain amount of interaction. I talk with Aaron Greenberg quite a bit. He follows me on Twitter, and some of these other guys, they're very outgoing. They're very quick to talk to the fans, and I love that. You just don't get that on the PS4 side or the Nintendo side. I'm not sure if it's a culture thing or what. I'm not trying to make it sound like that, but it could just be. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's part of the reason.
In general, crap. The console war, though, is a healthy thing. It's a healthy thing. It's the despicable parts. Look at, what does the doctor say to you guys? You're supposed to drink 64 ounces of water a day.
Yeah.
But if you drink too much water, it's bad because you flush your minerals out.
Yeah.
So is water bad for you? My point is that, you have to look at everything in context, everything in moderation. We have a good time. We're just stating facts. We're discussing brands, and that we're not guilty of doing anything wrong there. The people that are doing something wrong, the despicable people that Phil Spencer's, or the shameful people he's talking about, are those the extremists that you've just said what they do with the headings and this and that.
Yeah.
But I mean, in all honesty, what we do on Big Gamer Small Talk, what you do personally, what I do personally, what Zaire does, what Showstopper does, we do it all in good fun. There's nobody hurt from it at all. And what we're doing is we're giving you our opinion. And let me tell you something. You want to know who the enemy here is? The enemy here is the media, because the media took everything and anything they can get their hands on, and they run with it and they dig it into the ground. And that's what we see day to day on YouTube or on these sites we click. And that's the despicableness that's not discussed. It's never discussed because it's the media. Who wants to say something bad about IGN? Nobody's going to say anything bad about IGN or come out and say that. No executive ever will. But we can say that. They're the ones that are the instigators. When you were a kid on the playground and you got into a fight, the kid that was actually pointing his finger in your face and laughing from the sideline, the instigator, that's the media. They're doing it secretly from the sideline. They're not the one throwing the jab, but they're the ones that are encouraging the fight. That's my personal opinion.
I agree 100%. And, I think that the console wars, I think, is good. It's like cheering for your favorite team. That's the way I look at it. We all have our preferences, Coke or Pepsi, McDonald's, Burger King. It doesn't make us bad people for choosing one. It's when you take things too far and get personal, which is something we've never done. You can look at BGST and us individually. We've never taken it that extra step, and I never will. I'm never going to sit there and name names or put people's Twitter handles in the description so they get alerted, because that's a really douchebag move. I'm too busy talking about games and having a good time. It's not that serious. It's video games, people. I appreciate Mooch for helping me out, and make sure you guys check out his channel and subscribe, and check out Xbox Nation Wednesday night at 8 and BGST Sunday night at 8. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Rack 'em up. Out.